So I welcome you to this next level of the running project in React.js. So soon we completed the discussion on creating the states as well as collecting the form records as well as the form of validation. So you can see we done with this code, and now first name, last name, email address, then the confirm password, location as well as gender, all data I collect using this handle event. Okay, here is the validation code. Here is how I perform the submit click. So right now I'm not handling any submit. Means if I click submit, it just show you the message submit click done. But my requirement is I want to save this data in the server. The server side I want to submit this data. But to submit this data server side, we must have active server. Okay, we must have active server. So this is only the front end project. So where is your server? I must need to prepare a server to listen this request, and then it is going to store the data. So first I start MongoDB server. Then let open this Robo Studio. Now here we'll see, here we have some of available uh, database tools, and if I go here in the collections, we have some collections too, but I want to create my own server and a database, and there I want to save the records. So we have this project here in the React projects basic CRUD. So this is the React app. Like this, we create a one more here project for the server side, and to create this a new project for server side, I here create a new directory called cd space. We will write it node app. So node app is a backend, right? We write mkdir space node app, and I created this node app. Now I type cd space node app. Check it. The node app is ready. Now here I write npm init. So npm init creates a new application. So it is asking me some details. Even instead npm init, if you write npm init, yes, it will create an application. Now this node app is ready. We will install some Express.js modules along with the Express.js. So to install, we write npm install save Express, then we install Mongoose, then we install as well as Express. What we needed is .env as well as Express.js validator, then the bcrypt.js if you want. Okay, body parser also needed, body parser. So install as required all the modules for your project, and once you're ready with the all modules, then you create app.js, controllers, models, database configuration, and then your app will be ready. Okay, now I write, let's open this project in a Visual Code. So I do one more thing. Your application, I added some these things. I open the MongoDB creating schema, this one project, and here we'll write we copy some required modules. We copy some required modules. So let me copy the controller, model, app.js, and database, these things, even .env file, and we paste this into the basic CRUD here in the Node.js. Okay, so this is what the project structure. Now open one more Visual Code and there open folder. So I'll go for the workspace area where I created the Node app, and here we make few of changes, like here in the env file, instead of the schema demo2, I name this as CRUD API. CRUD API is my application database name. Right now we don't have any CRUD API as a collection. Okay, let me check this. Here also you can see some collection is ready. Similarly, I will generate a CRUD API. Now it's ready. 3002 is the port number. Let go for the model, user model. We need username, email, password is active, created on, that is okay. But we need some more details like username, email address. I also need uh, first name, last name. Okay, so some details you can see, first name, last name, then it is username. So here we'll write, it is copy, paste, first name, last name, and our case email ID, username are same, password, confirm password, gender and the location. This field I remove, will take directly email, password, and then I need copy this. Here it is gender and location. Okay, so this is user schema. These are the default values. And once again, we'll verify user schema is now with first name, last name, email address, password, gender, and location. Okay, I create this user schema, save this, go for controller. So in the controller also, I don't have much more any change. So I accept some details only, copy this, some more details. First name I check, last name also I check. Then I take email address, then I take password. Okay, for email address, the type check is it email, as well as normalize the email, some validation functions. And here it is, instead of email I type gender, and for gender I check it not be empty, and as well as it I trim the extra spaces from the input. And the last one we check for the location. Perfect. So this data I'm taking. One more module I install, npm install save express validator. Express validator is the one more module. Now these are the things I want to save in the database. So once I'm ready, here you can see I also hash the password like this. And here I take these details, username. Before this, I take first name from request object, request.body.first name, as well as I take last name, request.body.last name. Then I take username. Instead username, we have email address, correct? Then password. And after this, gender, request body dot gender, location is request body dot location. Done, like this. So we prepare this data in the database, and it will return you the 500 or 200 as a status code. Now see, React is going to call the backend server, correct? React is going to call the backend server. So these things I keep hidden later we'll think on it. So here is the module export router. The body parser we added, bcrypt.js I not added. So I also installed one more module. It is npm install bcrypt.js. bcrypt.js. Okay, body parser also I installed. Express validator I installed. Now I close this, go for the app. There I added the Express application, database configuration, controller configuration, middleware setup to connect database. Then I created this API/user as a one API, and to test this API, I will first start this using Node.1, and then side by side here I open the Postman, which used to check the APIs they are correct or not. So it's still loading, and here we will check the API is working or not. So now here we will check it. Okay, if you scroll down, you will see some previous APIs. If I click here, it will show you some recent activities. Now in the body, I'm passing this data. So we'll add some more data. I add first name. Let me add my name. I add last name. Here I type name. Then we add, instead of username, we'll take it email. And here I type email address. This is just testing. Then I take password. Let's say something is the password. Then I take the next is gender. Here I type gender. Here we write gender. Then I type location. So here we add location. Okay. So this data I want to make a post request. So I take a post request. So this is create, and I click send. So it is showing me the false. Something is the problem. Location is required. So what is the spelling of location? It is correct. Now we'll check it in the app side. Go for the controller. Scroll down. Location. It is correct. Okay, so it not found the location. Okay, here is the spelling mistake. I will do this once again. Send. Yes, insert successful. So this side, now if I refresh my app, it is showing you CRUD API. There, a collection is created. One document insert successful. But this I want to insert not from Postman. This I want to insert from the React application when I click submit. And to do this, we are going to add some code in the application. So now we will discuss this code. Okay, but one more thing I will discuss now. It is that in app.js, you also add the CORS policies. Otherwise, the backend will not allow you to submit your request. I will talk this when we face that error. Now, in the front end, we are going to type something that will call the backend API. So for that, you Google first, that is fetch API in React.js. So this fetch API used to fetch the data from backend. Okay, fetch and display. So we will see how to fetch data. There are many ways to fetch data. One is by using the Ajax call. You can see this one, fetch, and using this fetch, you can fetch any API like this. So let me go for this sign up, and here is a handle button, do sign up. So what I will do here, I directly call a fetch method, and in this fetch method we first pass URL where to submit the data. So this is the API. Okay, and always write the API correctly, like this: http:// then write localhost everything. Then you pass method. Okay, how you pass data, using which request? Post request. So then you write what the data what you want to send. So for this you write body : what is your data? So the data is a user sign up record. So this is your data. Send this to backend API, and this will return you a promise object. This will return you a promise object. So what you can write is dot then and dot catch. Now in the backend we studied these points. So in the then you write again another callback function, as well as in the catch also you add a callback function. So here I receive the response, and here I receive any error. So if it is a response, then in the console log I print the response object, just adding the JSON stringify method, and this response object will print in the console. Okay, we'll print it in a console. And even if it is a error, so error also will print in a console using JSON. So this is to print error. So fetch is a API, and this you are going to now include. You write import fetch in React. So you will see the fetch from the fetch is a, you need to install this fetch from using npm install. So in the packages you first see the package name React Fetch. So this, after installing React Fetch, you can fetch anything from the backend from any another API. But there are many different fetch APIs. So we'll see the correct one. So one diagram you may remember, while I started teaching you the backend as well as front end, I explained how React application work with the backend. So there I told that the backend first you create with the APIs, test it in the Postman, and then the diagrammatic way I asked you, means I discussed with you how to fetch the data from the front end. So now here in the React, I first stop server and I first install this library isomorphic fetch, so that I can here import the fetch. So here I write import fetch from isomorphic fetch. So once I import, then only I can the fetch function from the library. So it is now installing, you can see. And like this, we will discuss many applications. This is not the last one application in React. We just started with the one project, and in the project we discussed the total now 10 steps. So now we'll see. Okay, npm start is to start server. So the Google also, you when sign up, you click login button. Google also call the backend server, and backend server first identify who you are. So if you are a authenticated user, then only Google send you the response back as you're logged in. So here is the one thing, post is not, it is showing you anything a valid code because it's not enclosed in the single or double quotes. So I must have a change here. It is in a single quote or double quote. Yes. So now this is app. Go for sign up. Type here data. Now the data is ready. The next part is if I click submit, then see what happens. So first I keep console open. Here is the console. Now if I click submit, so this is what I expected. What it is saying you, access to fetch from origin http://localhost sign up 3000 has been blocked by course policy. So what is this course policy? See, you are using the backend API, but how backend will identify you, who you are? So anybody if will create a React application and if hit a request to the backend, so backend will not allow you until you tell backend who you are. And to do this, you first need to install here one library in the backend. And this library is called as npm install save course. So course used to handle the authenticate API. So this course will allow the front end and course will only allow the specific front end. Okay. So how to set up this course in your project? So after this middleware, you just write app.use and there you call the course function. Okay, the course function, but you need to write one thing, that is here I write const course is equal to require, in the round bracket I write course. Okay, so you add import course and call it in the middleware. So now we are not going to add any filter methods. Here you can add some course filters. You can add the course headers, and this course header after customization will only allow the React app with the specific port number. Other, if any front-end API is requesting your backend, then course policy error you will face like me. Okay, so this is your, you can see this error will you will see. So anyone cannot request me. Only the allowed applications can only request me. Now once again, we'll see this submit click, but start the backend server. Okay, nodemon space app.js. Now backend is ready. Let's check this application. If I click submit, so what it is now showing me, the empty response, unprocessable entity. This is unprocessable entity. Here, while I'm sending the data, I created this object. So this object is passing the data for the body user sign up record. So I think this is because of object it is not getting. So what if I write JSON stringify and I pass it inside the JSON object. Now we'll check it. What happens? Okay, let me refresh the page. Empty everything. Type the data. We'll add something else. Let's say Abhishek. We add a email ID. Then some data. Click submit. So still the status code is 422, unprocessable entity. In the backend code also, I will check what it is getting. So to show where warning was created. Actually, the content type is missing. Here we add the content type. This content type is something making a problem. The 422 status code is nothing but it is the indication that server understand content type of the request. But somehow the server is not able to process your request. So in the user controller, I'm getting the data. Okay. I'm getting the data. So content type is application JSON. Console log request object. The data is not coming. See this. The data is empty. But data is ready here.